Okay, let's talk about the different types of neurotransmitters. Now, in all actuality, there are a lot of different types of neurotransmitters, but for this class, you only need to remember 3. So the first one you need to remember is serotonin. Now, you may have heard of serotonin. Serotonin, its function is to regulate sleep, eating, mood, pain, and depression. So oftentimes, people who are diagnosed with major depression will have not enough serotonin in their brain. So they'll have an undersupply of serotonin in their brain. Dopamine is another neurotransmitter. Now, dopamine has 2 functions. It operates in movement control and pleasure and reward. The interesting thing about dopamine is that an oversupply is linked to schizophrenia. So if you have too much dopamine in your brain, that can cause schizophrenia. An undersupply is linked to Parkinson's disease. So if you have too little dopamine in your brain, you can develop Parkinson's disease. Now, Parkinson's disease is usually associated with somebody over the age of 65, and that person maybe has some memory problems, but most importantly to dopamine, has some problems with motor control. So this would be somebody who is shaking excessively, who can't control the shaking, and who eventually starts to shake so bad that they can't do things like eat anymore. In addition to that, dopamine is really, really important for the reward pathways in our brain. So our sense of being rewarded, so graduating from college or eating that really delicious chocolate cake that you really want to eat right now, but you have to wait till you get home, that feeling of reward, that is dopamine firing in your brain. The third neurotransmitter you need to know is called endorphins. So endorphins are responsible for pain suppression, pleasurable feelings, and endorphins are actually the reason why placebos work. As it turns out, an oversupply of endorphins due to an opiate addiction will suppress your body's natural supply. So one of the problems that people who are addicted to opioids face is that their natural endorphins start to decrease in their brain. So someone who's addicted to OxyContin or fentanyl, their natural endorphins in their brain are going to decrease. And when that person gets clean and sober, they'll describe, I don't feel pleasure the way that I did before. So I don't feel the same kind of joy with life, in part because their endorphins are being suppressed by the excessive use of fentanyl or OxyContin.